Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm a global artist ambassador for FENIX360, and I'm joined today by the musician Charles Ellsworth. Hey, Charles, how you doing, man?
Hey, Johnny, it's great to be here.
Great to have you here, bud. And I'm looking forward to actually sharing some of the music that you have up on your YouTube channel, Charles. So cool if we tune into Trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's get into some trouble with Charles Ellsworth right here with Trouble.
Ancient love in liquor stores, highway drives through desert storms, down red rock roads to romance rendezvous. Smoking rooms and soggy skies, muscle cars, her hazel eyes, up all night with one bottle of gin. And just like a goddamn brick to the face, I got morning coming through my window. And I ain't fit to face another day of this living in the past and worried about the future. I got trouble on my mind. Nothing seems to last and I'm only getting older with this trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind.
Hey, Charles, cool, man. It's great to tune into your music and to share it with everybody. And now I'm really looking forward to learning about you. Can you tell me where you're from? And I'd love to hear some of the highlights of your journey in being an artist.
Yeah, definitely. I grew up in northeastern Arizona, a small town called Pine Top, and just always enjoyed music growing up. Grew up in a Mormon family, actually, and then so I was like kind of raised on Mormon hymns and top 40 country music, and then eventually I moved to Salt Lake City for school. I was no longer Mormon at that point, but moved there because I was a ski bum and I started like writing my own songs back then, and pretty much been doing that ever since. Moved to Brooklyn about 7 years ago, and I've been here playing music and touring the country on and off since.
That's cool, Charles. And listen, we got that in common too, because I was a ski bum out in Colorado for 10 years. And that
Oh,
was
nice.
kind of my life, man. So I know
Yeah,
exactly, what inspires you now. And I'm glad to hear that, man. And your music,
totally.
obviously, you mean you're having some success in terms of being able to commercially become viable and perform and create music. And I think that's really cool, man, kind of following that dream. Now, let me ask this question. Were you inspired by other artists that you watched growing up that you were like, oh man, I want to, play and I want to perform? What kind of artists did
Yeah.
you dig growing up?
Uh, let's see. I mean, when I was really young, my family listened to, like I said, a lot of radio country, like Garth Brooks and George Strait. So I think that's kind of where I learned how to like write a song as a child, or like subconsciously. And then eventually, as I got older, I discovered like classic rock and punk rock, like Led Zeppelin. And then that, watching Jimmy Page play guitar made me want to learn how to play guitar. And then shortly after I picked up a guitar, I discovered like Nirvana and I mean, more on the punk side of things, Hot Water Music, Modest Mouse, things like that. And so it just really started from this small thing in a small town of not really a whole lot of stuff besides country music, kind of just really expanded really quickly. And I've kind of been someone who absorbs anything I can since.
That's really good. It's great to be a student of all these different genres and to explore and discover music in all its different forms. But I love a lot of the bands that you mentioned there too, in the classic rock realm, of course, and certainly like in the punk driving music, it's powerful and feels good to express yourself and to feel that way. That punk delivers a punch that is really cool. It feels good. So anyway, I
Totally.
appreciate and can feel that too, Charles. Hey, listen, what are you working on right now? Anything that's coming up?
Well, right now I'm kind of in that phase where we put out a record last March. It's called Honeysuckle Summer, and that's where Trouble is from. And we've been promoting that and trying to just get that out as much as possible. But I'm also kind of writing and recording the next record, kind of working on demos and new songs, and hoping I can have something new out by the end of the year.
That's really cool. And doing it there in the Brooklyn market, you know what I mean? And you're really kind of immersed in so many other artists and creators, and it's just really dynamic, I'm sure. So, you
Totally.
know, keep building your art, and we're going to look forward to following you, Charles, on your social media channels, which you can find below our interview today. And we're also going to be looking forward to you coming up on FENIX360. So thanks, man.
Totally.
Appreciate you, bud. Keep ripping.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. You take good care.
About 12 hours west on I-70, there's a dark-haired woman I give anything to see. Somewhere within the limits of South Cincinnati, she's my queen of the Ohio River Valley. Listening to Champagne Supernova in my Jeep Cherokee. The first time that I saw her, I was shaky in the knees. It was all over when she touched my arm, melted like a stick of butter in the Mississippi sun. She's got a voice like a cool, steady breeze on a warm summer night when it's dancing with the leaves. And I don't know why she likes spending her time with me. I come from an old family out of Youngstown. Until 30 years ago they shut the foundry down. Grandpa cooked the books, they tried to take him away. And my grandpa weren't the only man who died that day. I did 4 years when I was 18. I was 2 months free when I met Geraldine. If I'm gonna have a man, he's gonna be around. You get arrested again and I'll plant you in the ground. She's got a bite like a little wolf pup. If you ain't careful, she's gonna draw blood.